Mitigating environmental damage 2020 to 2030. Humans are on the brink of the point of no return. Surpassing this threshold would mean that humans cannot reverse the effects of anthropogenic environmental destruction. Some scientists propose that this point of no return could be as soon as 2030. Thus, decisions made and actions taken throughout this decade are extremely crucial and will influence the bleak future of the environment. If we follow contemporary methods, total extinction is inevitable. The human population will have surpassed 8 billion, approaching the carrying capacity. Pollution will continue intoxicating the world. Deforestation will continue escalating as a result of irrationally high demand for resources. Poaching and fishing will threaten the last of the animals. Coastal areas will be completely submerged due to melting ice caps. Climate disasters would rage throughout the globe. Ultimately, the Earth would be reduced to an apocalyptic planet with life dwindling. It does not have to be this way. If we enhance our practices, we can completely change the Earth's trajectory. First, technological innovation will foster more sustainable replacements to contemporary practices. Transport is one of the biggest contributors to pollution. In fact, a significant drop in pollution was witnessed in 2020 as transportation decreased due to lockdowns during the beginning of the pandemic. Cutting edge technologies have led to the creation of very promising batteries. These batteries will enable the long-term electric capacity for traveling large distances, replacing combustion engines that release greenhouse gases. Another contributor to pollution is energy. Renewable energy sources are already revolutionizing the energy production. Windmills are especially effective. A single windmill dynamo can power hundreds, even thousands of houses. They also happen to be economic, even cheaper than coal. We must transition into such renewable energies rapidly. Recycling technologies have substantially improved as well. Now we have the ability to utilize almost all components of defunct e-waste, which could traditionally have been trashed into the landfill and contaminate the environment. Even certain plastics and polymers are now being recycled into filaments that to be used in other products. It is crucial that to effectively sustain such practices, we sort waste materials accurately to minimize the amounts of waste dumped into the landfill, or worse, into the oceans. In terms of the waste in the oceans right now, non-profits have engineered ships to accumulate waste from the oceans. Global organizations and countries should sponsor these non-profits to undertake large-scale cleanup projects. Furthermore, fracking and other crude methods of mining for minerals have devastated the lithosphere. Some companies are designing rovers to mine minerals from asteroids, so damage on Earth is avoided. As outlandish as this tech sounds, scientists claim that if prioritized, space mining could become a reality within this decade. Thus, aspiring technologies have the potential to replace outdated ones being used currently, allowing for a substantial enhancement to the environment. Secondly, humans need a mindset shift. Simply fancy tech is not adequate to revive the planet on the verge of annihilation. Obviously, practices like animal abuse must imperatively be eliminated. Many organizations, including Youth for Nature, have created awareness campaigns to advocate for animal rights. However, hateful practices are in the minority when it comes to environmental destruction. The most predominant causes of anthropogenic hegemony are greed and arrogance. With regards to greed, people must realize that cheaper does not necessarily equate to better. There must be widespread willingness to invest more in products that do not harm the environment. Chances are that the growing demand for sustainable products may bring the price down, since companies would be able to mass produce them. If people fail to realize this, governments must intervene by taxing non-eco-friendly products to increase the usage of eco-friendly items. Arrogance is at the crux of human behavior with regards to the environment. Ontologies such as Anthropocentrism continue to prevail. Anthropocentrism is the belief that humans are better than nature. It has justified centuries of natural devastation. However, we must learn that we are not a part of nature, but rather a part of nature. Instead of living in extravagance, enjoying luxuries without heeding the natural suffering they inflict, people must prioritize sustainable practices. If we don't change, the amount of resources on average used by each person would exceed the amount available resources on earth by the end of the decade. We have reached a Malthusian trap that predicts famine, drought, disease, or worse, extinction. Optimistically, I try to envision in a world in which we have achieved the necessary steps to reduce the anthropospheric footprint. More importantly, a world in which we try. A decade is enough time to amplify human conventions to preserve nature. The only thing between today and a sustainable tomorrow is motivation. Individuals, organizations, companies, and governments must realize the true importance of natural conservation and feel the urge to improve holistically. Thank you.